everyone, we are 우리는 강 we're a river. Okay. Okay, that's okay. Let's just imagine. Okay. So, okay, so it goes like this. Starting over now. Okay, here we go. So this is called Children of Song. It's a love song for them. Smell of dirt clings to our skin, pervades us, loves us, and waits for us to ask it to come in. Oh, but don't we all feel younger when roses scent replaces sin and blood-drained iron cages, killing what is law with what is love. Let's try that. Da, 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 oh, friends, why do we try to hide from what we love the most? Is it always what we love the most that hurts the most? Oh, but friends, now don't we try to hide from what we need the most? Is it really what we need the most that hurts the most? Here we go. But da 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 da. Keep going, river, beautiful. Da 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 da. Keep going, getting stronger. When haven't you and I both felt the thrill of being chilled before by something so real before, so real it almost killed before we had the chance to smile to our captive audience. Close the door. We all know just what's going on below. The concrete waves are rolling underneath our feet. Can't you feel it dying? Can't you hear it trying to break free? Oh, but don't we all feel younger when roses scent replaces sin and blood-drained iron faces, killing what is law with what is love and opening our cages. Here we go. Da 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 da. Keep going. And da 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 da. Beautiful river, keep going. Well, haven't you and I both felt the thrill of being chilled before by something so real before, so real it almost killed before we had the chance to smile to our captive audience. One, two, three, four. But once you felt the thrill of something you can't kill or dominate, as love it overpowers hate, as water gently breaks through stone, you know you can't keep living in these isolated cages, friend. You know you can't keep living all alone. Oh, you know you can't keep living all alone. Yeah, you know you can't keep living all alone, 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 alone. Alone, alone. And don't we all feel better when smell of dirt clings to our skin, loves us, pervades us, and waits for us to ask it to come in. 감사합니다. We're about ready. We're almost finished, everyone. And so my last little solo thing is two songs that go together, and they're both really sad and really dark. Okay, so, really, really sad and heavy, but they're really important. Thank you for listening. The first song is called Ballad of Eric Garner, and the second one is Looking for the Leather-Winged Bat. They're both made in a similar state of rage and despair, and they're using traditional American labor and folk melodies and kind of ideas, but new lyrics. The first song is the story of the murder of Eric Garner, who was a well-loved father in a poor part of New York, and he was harassed. He was a very large and handsome black man, and also very poor. He loved nature. He knew all about plants and trees and flowers, and he was known in the community as the peacemaker. And over the course of several years, he had been brutally harassed, sometimes in passive-aggressive ways, many times in very direct confrontations by the police. And he had tried to get those cleared up. He had complained publicly and written letters of protest about the police abuse of him. And one day he was out, and he had just finished up helping break up a conflict with some younger men, and then a group of cops ran up and started harassing him and accusing him of a horrible crime, selling cigarettes on the streets, untaxed cigarettes. So of course it's something meaningless. Eric Garner said, "I wasn't doing it," and he'd said something else more gravely: "Leave me alone, quit harassing me," justly. And the result was that the Pantaleo put him in a chokehold and gagged him to death. And then all of the police involved were not charged with anything afterwards, despite there being a video. So Eric Garner was his death was one of the many tragic but also catalyzing murders in the U.S. in recent years that has galvanized and put public awareness with groups like Black Lives Matter. And so not long after he died, his daughter, Erica Garner, who became a very well-known activist, died also from heart problems, right after having her child. And so many people say she died of heartache and of being black in the U.S. So this is a song to pay tribute to Eric Garner and his brave life, and also to ask the question of what can we do with this reality of racism and genocide and land theft that has gone back to the very basic roots of the U.S. and still permeates everything now. Well, we can do many things, but mostly we should listen and also share the truth whenever possible. This is Ballad of Eric Garner. And the next song is called The Leather-Winged Bat, and it's about just not one particular story, but many stories. Okay. Out in famous New York City, famous for its lack of pity, that's where a man named Eric Garner used to live. He was big and black and proud, had friends and family all around, and despite so many hassles with police, Garner's neighbors knew him as a man of peace. Eric Garner was in town, so the cops all gathered round. They said he tried to sell some untaxed cigarettes. Garner said it wasn't true, but he broke a bigger rule. In a land where if you're black, then you're a threat. The cops showed everyone black lives don't matter yet. And he told the cops, I'm tired, I'm so tired of being harassed. It was a brave thing for a poor black man to say. And before he died he cried, I can't breathe 11 times. Pantaleo grabbed his neck and threw him down. The other cops helped smash his face into the ground. We're out in famous New York City, famous for its lack of pity. That's where a man named Eric Garner used to live. He was big and black and proud, had friends and family all around. And despite so many hassles from police, Garner's neighbors knew him as a man of peace. After Garner stopped resisting, well, the cops just stood there watching. They picked his pockets and they rolled him on his side. Several minutes slowly passed, EMTs, they come at last. No CPR, they said, he still was breathing in. An hour later, Garner never breathed again. And the medical report said it was a homicide. Said he killed him when they wouldn't let him breathe. But there was no murder charge, seems it was never in the cards. Despite the testimonies and the video, judge and jury said the cops were free to go. Out in famous New York City, famous for its lack of pity, that's where a man named Eric Garner used to live. He was big and black and proud, had friends and family all around. And despite so many hassles with police, and Garner's family knew him as a man of peace. Now Eric Garner couldn't breathe with the system round his neck that kills a black man just for holding cigarettes. Home of the brave, land of the free, what's this mean to you and me? It's all a sham if black folks' lives don't matter yet. If you're not rich or white, then you don't matter yet. Some kind of freedom if the people here can't breathe. Well, this is the last dark and sad song. And the Ballad of Eric Garner, the melody came from an old train and labor song called 900 Miles. And this song comes from a melody in an old lullaby and fun kids song with a strange meaning called The Leatherwing Bat. And it's full of all kinds of strange, surreal animal characters giving each other bad advice. And the main character is a lonely little leatherwing bat, and he's flying all over the place looking for his lost love and his heart's delight. And that song always touches me and makes me think something is similar to like the pathos of the old story of Job trying to explain suffering. But yeah, it's a beautiful song, and I tried to take the stock characters, take the spirit of that song, and try to ask, well, what is the song going to tell me? In a conversation about the stock characters in Americana today. So it was written before the recent election, just to make sure you know. Said the preacher to the folks in his choir, could you grab a bucket, help me put out this fire? My people are angry, they got nothing to eat. Could you sing them something sweet? Put them back to sleep. Hey, oh, said the bigoted billionaire, don't talk to me about what's unfair. I busted my ass to get what's mine. You're moaning and whining, just a wasting my time. Listen here, said the cop to the Sandlot kids, you know just what your sister did. And I asked her twice and she still said no. You give me those names and I'll let her go, said the nice white fella without a clue. Never did no wrong to people like you, nothing personal really, just protecting my kids. Hope you find a nice new place to live. Hey, oh, said the slick to the girl from the sticks, wanna ride in my car, wanna learn a few tricks. Keep your face nice and pretty, and remember, don't talk, you can ride with me. Why would you walk? Oh me, oh my, the things you see on the winding trail of American dreams. It's a high-speed chase, we all know how it ends. You clean up the mess, then you do it again, like the layers of an onion that you keep peeling back. Still the same old pot, cause the kettle black. Keep on polishing these apples till they're rotten to the core. Keep on drilling deeper, boys, and we're bound to find some more. Hey, oh, said the dog from the top of the pile, the view from here goes on for miles. My shit drops down, don't smell a thing. Had to bite a few brothers, but it's good to be king. Oh me, oh my, the things you see if you walk with me in the land of the free. There's old glory flying and the putrid air smell the same stew brewing everywhere.
stories, scraping off the moss, Ford and Starbuck in the sauna, trading notes with Constantine, while the pious vapor pushers try to keep their fingers clean, and the bison lie unloaded in the burning fields of corn. Cattle trample vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored, and the bosses in the penthouse all a sipping fine wine. Canaries gone quiet way down in the mine. If you're scared of what's coming, well, that's okay. Do your best to keep busy and stay out of their way. Progress heaves on with an audible sigh. Those shiny machines, baby, don't you cry. Yes, sir, kind sir, down aisle 3. Do you think there's still some life in his worn-out little shell? They say formaldehyde has kept him well. Oh me, oh my, the things you see on the winding trail of American dreams. It's a zero-sum game, the stakes so high. Burying my sisters who gave it a try. Oh me, oh my, the things you see on the winding trail of American dreams. It's a zero-sum game, the stakes so high. Burying my brothers who gave it a try. I'm still singing about a savior of the lily and the thorn, while the green man swings a hammer for the company's store. The only thing that makes him smile's demolition day. The dandelions growing where the rubble's pulled away, and little Jack Horner sitting back in his corner, fingers sore, new high score. Video games after hovering all day, his drone found prey, can't tell from the screen what's work and what's play. Mary, Mary, FTA on the ferry, USA. Don't you know your garden's growing on the backs of slaves and Indian graves that won't keep quiet? Better get below deck before the freedmen start a riot. And if I had my way, if I had my way, oh Lordy, Lordy, if I had my way, I'd tear the whole thing down. If I had my way, if I had my way, oh Lordy, Lordy, if I had my way, I'd tear the whole thing down.